Is this more entertaining?
I'll vape
I
less.
don't know what. Huh?
So I'll vape less if I do this. I'm something in my hands.
Oh, that's probably a good thing then. So. All right, let's just talk about tour.
We're going on tour.
We're going on tour. That's right.
Wrote a book about it.
Oh yeah, you wrote a book about it.
I'm gonna write another book until we gotta do it again to write the book, or else there's no book.
Well, there is at least one book.
There's a book, but
There's a book, but there won't be a sequel.
It's past tense.
Is the second book of something a sequel still as well?
No, it's
or just like a movie thing.
Called a series in books.
But the second book in the series, wouldn't that be the sequel?
That's Tom Hanks.
He's not an author. I mean, I guess he isn't. He probably is an author.
He's written a book. He's written a book or two.
Yeah,
I read Tom Hanks' book.
There's like sequels, and then
never read Big the book.
I read the Big Book, but not Big the Book. But there's like a sequel, and then there's
trequel.
That's not. I was just about to say that, but I was like, that's not the right word, right?
No, I think because that's when it becomes a trilogy.
Trilogy. Oh no, but then you don't call the third one a trilogy.
No, you just say that's the third in the trilogy, or the end of the trilogy.
So is it not a trequel?
No, it's not a trequel.
I guess, what would that, why would, because 2 is a sequel. 3, why would it automatically become a trequel?
Because it's not a twoquel.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, if it's not a twoquel, why would it be a threequel for it?
Probably some Latin origin of the preface C.
Technically, it's all Latin origin?
I'm Latin origin.
I'm actually Latin origin. Yeah, so we're going on tour. We're trying to do some stuff where we're making more talky stuff. Because the reality of it is that, like, our whole shtick is talking for the I feel like we're like half musicians, and then the other half is like the actual talking. Like, we're just doing a lot of talking. Obviously, it's not going to stop you from vaping. It's just going to make you do it less, I guess.
I said it might.
It didn't. Real quick, it did not.
I said it might. I don't really think it's any different than... I mean, to be honest, it's not much different than what I've been doing, like, solo, or really any, like, sort of, I think, singer-songwriter. Now there's just 2 of us. Because, like, I don't think that, like, I don't think the whole storyteller aspect of it has to be overplayed. I think it's just there.
I don't know. I mean, like, so I think it's interesting because, like, yes, you have been doing something like this, but I think this is so because we have the theater show.
Yeah.
That's like that's something that you haven't done.
Yeah, that's different.
But that, to me, is that is the show. And, like, the other shows that, like, going on the tour,
and it's not the project, man.
What?
It's that.
I feel like that is the project.
That's that. But it's not, because then going on a tour of house venues would make no sense.
We wrote the songs to tell the stories about the cities and places we went to, and the idea is to continue to do that, correct?
Yeah.
How did you... I coughed. The idea is to continue to do that.
2 bands, 1 lung.
So I feel like the theater project, the theater show is like the main event. And then, like, the other shows are like the prelims. I'm not saying that it doesn't mean anything. I'm just saying that it's, like, different. Like, I think we embarked on this. Well, first of all, we had no idea what the fuck we were doing when we first started this. But when we sort of honed this idea, it was to do the bigger shows, the theater shows where we're telling the stories, and that's why we made the soundscapes for everything. Like, that's something that I never really did for a regular band.
Yeah.
So I don't know, like, that to me, it feels different. We're doing, like, this show as opposed to just playing a show. Does that make sense?
I mean, it's a part of it.
Yeah.
It's a part of it, but it's also a part that come September 9th doesn't fucking matter until September 20th when we get back home.
That's fair. No, so 100% fair. Well, because this is the thing too, is that, like, now we're going to go on this tour.
Uh-huh.
We're going to go to, we have, 11 days?
I don't know.
Sure. Or maybe it's 14 days, 11 shows.
That doesn't sound like you.
What do you mean, 14 days? Wasn't it?
14 days, 11 shows? You would shoot me if I gave us 3 days off.
Oh, yeah, that is 3 days off. Yeah, never mind. No. So we must be 11. Yeah, we have a show every day, right?
There's one day that we don't, and we're on the train all day.
So 11, let's say it's 11 shows. I don't remember off the top of my head, or the back of my hand. The idea is to write songs in every city again, just like we did with the last one.
About every city. You said in every city.
Oh, yeah. For every city.
Yeah.
Yes. So that's the idea. So in reality, these tours are more of like the R&D to the actual project.
Sure.
But I just think that like this is interesting how like traveling has become like most people like they go to like a cabin in the woods and they go write an album.
Mm-hmm.
We tour to write an album,
Mm-hmm.
which I've never heard of anybody doing specifically that before. So if that's the case, then the theater shows where we tell the stories of when we are on tour, that's like the main event of the project.
Yeah, I think it's more. I don't think it's
probably more nuanced than that.
I think it's more. It comes down to the personal choice of the audience of what type of show they prefer to see.
Mm-hmm. Because they are two different shows.
Yeah, do you have a theater crowd or do you have a dive bar crowd or a house venue crowd? Like that's where it's like the fluidity of the project is that it can exist in all of those places and survive.
Yeah, because it can be folk punk, it can be folk, it could be show, it could be storyteller theater type, it could be.
I mean, like when it came to the one tour that we were almost going to do in Texas, wasn't it something where it was like, yeah, they really want you to focus on the storytelling aspect.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where it's like, okay, well, in that context, then we're going to talk more than we're going to play.
Yeah. No, 100%.
And that's something that is different.
But that goes back to what you were saying. Like, there's an option to be able to do many different things inside of this.
This entire project is just an RPO play, run pass option. That's all it is.
What?
RPO, run pass. Did you stop paying attention to football before they started doing the RPO?
I don't.
Kind of like a play action.
I know play action,
but
I stopped watching sports 5 years ago.
Yeah, so the quarterback, it's like an RPO. It's like you can run the ball and you have like an option for a lateral, or you have like a quick guy running a route and you can hit him. But it's got to be like a split second.
It's play action.
RPO.
Okay. All right. Yeah. I mean, sure. Yeah. I mean, we could be able to. We're very adaptable.
We're a play action band. we are the musical equivalent of the flea flicker.
Okay. I like that. I also get the reference, so I enjoy it a little bit more.
Vintage one, yeah.
I think it's really interesting to be able to go into a project this way simply because it is such a different way. First of all, the writing is so much different. Like we did Lost in Connecticut, which is the first song that we wrote and recorded outside of the actual Amtrak tour. And we have another two more that we have that are outside the Amtrak tour. And they still kind of just talk about, even with Lost in Connecticut, they still talk about like traveling and doing this for the rest of our lives anyway. So like that seems to be, I think like the overall message is do what you love at any cost type of situation.
Yeah.
And don't feel bad about chasing that. Whatever you want to do.
Well, I mean, that's like, I just shared like the Alan Watt quote the other day where I think his last name is actually Watts. I think the S.
Watt? Alan Watts?
I think it's Alan Watts. Wow. Just angered all the spirits. When I shared the Alan Watts quote where he was pretty much saying that the biggest risk you could take in life is expecting to be able to like buy your freedom later.
Mm-hmm.
So you might as well just do what you want now.
I mean, obviously, we're both lifelong musicians. We've been doing this for a really long time, and doing it apart and together for a really long time as well. But once we went out on the road the first time when it was the Shake and...
Drunk Dom?
Oh, well, no, I don't consider that. That was not...
I wasn't there, apparently.
No. You were not there. Not the Dominic that I know.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah, that was a different person. But I'm talking about like after you got sober, we worked on the record and we went on tour where you were the acoustic opener for us. And that's when we like the four of us sitting in a room together, we were like, yeah, this is right. This is what we want to be doing.
Well,
these are the people
even
we want to be
before, I guess it would have been before For Life was finished. We did Cut the Strings. We were working on For Life.
Oh, I thought we already did it then.
No, we were working on For Life because that was in August of that year. and we were on tour then in September
Oh.
in the RV. And For Life came out while we were on Port de Tour. So,
That's right.
so we were working on For Life. Then we went and
So we had done multiple tours before the record came out.
yeah, because I had scheduled a solo tour, which was Don McDelaney's touring for Dummies, and that's what put me in New Orleans when you guys were going to be in New Orleans, and then we were like, yeah, we'll play together, and then I think you guys had a band, or you had a band that was going to be with you guys for all your Texas shows that then bailed out of some of them. And you were like, oh, just fly over to Texas. Because after you guys left, I played my show in Mandeville. That's when the venue got struck by lightning. And then I flew to Corpus Christi, but I had to like change flight to Dallas
or something like that, didn't you?
Yeah, and my flight to Dallas was like one of these tiny little American Airlines, like 2-seater on each side. Was that 2-seater? Not like only 2 people, but like 2 people in each lane.
Gotcha.
And small plane. And my ears popped like worse than they ever had in my life. Like I was on the verge of tears. And when I landed, I couldn't hear shit.
Yeah, that's right.
And so I went to the hotel and I got there like an hour or 2 before you guys. I checked into the hotel and took a nap and did not hear you guys get there.
Yeah, no, that was the first time that you did. Was that the Cut the Strings tour?
Yeah.
And then did you do the Florida leg with us too? Because we split it up.
The Florida leg was the earlier leg, and I did do that part with you, but I didn't really consider that. I didn't.
No, that was.
Yeah, I guess so, because
you did every show with us.
Yeah, because that's the night where Caitlin came, and we all stayed in the hotel room, and we were all like, all right, good night, and then 30 seconds later, Caitlin goes, and eventually Caitlin's like, who the fuck is that?
Yeah, I forgot about that.
That was in Cape Coral or on the West Coast somewhere.
Yeah, it was on the West Coast.
And wasn't that also the Tarpon Springs trip?
Yeah, that was a Tarpon Springs trip, and that's where Kim and her sister and all of her friends met us too. We wound up going over to Undercover Rasta, gave us that gig that we were able to play for a couple of songs, stuff like that. Yeah, that was an interesting trip, but that was an interesting way of doing it because we're broadcast musicians as per usual. In fact, if you want to help us get through this tour, Venmo.com/DDRB music, and you can be able to donate $5 and sponsor yourself a mile. Please do that. We're broke musicians, so we broke up a 2-week tour into a week in Florida, a week off, and then a week on the road. And it actually worked out pretty well.
Yeah.
It was weird to have the week in between, but I kind of liked it. Maybe we should try that again, like a week. It's like a little bit more local.
Twiddling my thumbs.
Huh?
I pretty much just sat twiddling my thumbs.
Well, I mean,
that's all you do. That's all I do. I worked with what I'm doing until we leave. Twiddling thumbs.
Well, I mean,
professional thumb twiddler over here.
It's fucking hard to do this as a DIY musician, and it's really hard to do it as a delusional DIY musician like we are, where we can just go away. Like this was any other normal person would be like, no, this doesn't make any sense. There's no way you're going to be able to make it happen.
It does make sense. It does make sense. Get in the band, tour with your friends, die doing it. It's going to be a lot of fun.
So, but this is actually the very first DDRB tour.
Yeah.
Because the first time, even though we have all the stories that we shared together, wrote the songs and everything like that, we actually never were DDRB. We just...
we didn't play together.
Yeah, no, we didn't play together. We played 2 separate sets,
yeah.
Which is weird to think about now. Because I would have never done that in a million years.
No.
And
no, you kind of did it kicking and screaming anyway.
I didn't really want to.
Yeah.
I really didn't want to. But, I mean, it was a means to an end because it got us to the point where we created this project, which makes more sense in the long run than it did me doing solo stuff. It's very weird. I played, like, covers and, like, shake tunes. It was very bizarre. But regardless. But it got us to experience the whole entire thing, and then it sort of, the birth of this project. But this is the first time that we're going out actually as DRB. It's just 1 set. It's not the 2 sets. And yeah, I mean, I'm pretty excited. And we're hitting some really cool cities, going along the East Coast as well. And this time we're doing the thing where we're traveling all the way back home on a train. Because last time we ended up in Nashville and then flew home.
Yeah. That's how I've done most of the train tours too. That's why it's like even still flying out was always the option.
Yeah.
We're never gonna start here and fucking go somewhere. Fuck that.
No,
Fuck
I mean, that's just like a lot of wasted time. Well, I mean, do you think it's 8 hours to drive out of Florida? How long it would take on a fucking train to get out of Florida?
Well, I know. I know how long it's gonna take.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So, like, we have in Florida, we're playing Jacksonville, Orlando, and then home. So we have 3 dates in Florida, but the rest of the stuff is all out. But we fly out to New York, and then we take the trains all the way down. And I think that this is different because, like, if you were to do the West Coast or the Midwest, first of all, you can't. The only way to be able to get onto the East Coast via train, an actual train, would having to go through Chicago, correct? Because there's no connecting train in Florida, or there's no connecting train between the Southeast and the Midwest.
No,
You
can you can't. There's a couple lines that go across east to west. I think there's 3. So like one that goes
there was the one
through New Mexico, Texas, and all that stuff. Then there's the one that goes through Colorado.
But it doesn't come. That's what I'm saying. But it doesn't come to like Florida and Georgia and shit.
No,
maybe a little bit past.
To go all the way across, it would probably bring you into somewhere like I would assume probably like Atlanta or South Carolina, maybe the Carolinas. I know that I think Columbia is a big transfer for a lot of the trains.
Interesting. Yeah, when I looked at the map, I could have sworn that the line that went from...
I also found out in my research for my book that the Amtrak map is on the website is wrong.
Oh.
It's not updated.
Well, Amtrak.
But they're on their Facebook, in a Facebook group, there's been some kind soul who went out of his way and drew the current map.
What the... That is a warrior.
Yeah.
What is your name, sir?
Yeah. I sent him a pre-sale of the book. I was like...
You should just send him a copy
at
that point in time. That's the Lord's work.
He'll be like, you didn't sign it. I'll be like, no, I wanted you to sign it for me. Savannah's like the one that I had heard rumors that it was closed and not an active Amtrak station, but Amtrak sells tickets for it. So
yeah, that'd be fucking hell to pay if there's no actual Amtrak station and they sold Amtrak tickets.
Just ride a ghost train or something.
You would love that.
A ghost train to Savannah.
I mean, that is your ideal. If you could be the conductor of a ghost train in Savannah, Georgia, that's if you had retired, that's where they'll find you.
Yeah.
When I go, ghost train conductor of Savannah, Georgia.
I will be telling people about the teeth in the trees, and
if that's not a song title for the next record, the ghost train conductor of Savannah, Georgia.
Oh, they're talking about the teeth in the trees.
What are you talking about? Teeth in the trees? Everybody's written about the teeth in the trees. Yeah. But yeah, so we're going back out on tour. We're going on tour, going back out on tour. Back out on tour is people on tour for the first time as DDRB. So make sure you follow us on all the social media. We're going to try and do some more stuff like this.
On my book.
The camera. And Dominic's book. Yeah. And something that I am supposed to write a forward for.
Yeah.
And
I'm going to put the pressure on you now because I'm going to update the cover where it'll say forward by Ricky Bolafé. I'm just gonna make you the cover now.
I don't know what I'm supposed to, like, how long is it supposed to be?
3-4 pages.
3-4 pages? Yeah. How many words is that?
I don't know. 3-4 pages worth.
Sounds like a lot. But yeah, follow us on Instagram at DDRB Music. Make sure that you go over to our Bandcamp. We have Bandcamp too. That's one way to work it. So many different avenues of things that we can be able to promote. Just you go to our website, that's all there. I never talk about the website.
Just go there.
We have a website, ddrbmusic.com. You can go there. You can check out the tour dates. You can donate. You can buy things. The merch store is right there and everything like that. So really do appreciate everything. You can also, I'll add the pre-order for the book on there too. I'll do that today. So you can also go DDRB Music or DominicDelaney.com.
Yeah.
Or DominicDelaney.com, and you can be able to pre-order the book, which would be really cool. And the lights keep changing constantly. And that's that. So we will see you on the road.